Scarlet, huh. I've always said this legend is a controversial pick, or that legend is a controversial pick, and I should really stop that, but, I mean, come on. Scarlet's a pretty controversial pick. I don't like her. I really, really don't like her. For a whole different number of reasons. I'm dare to say I'm a happy member of the anti-Scarlet religion, even. You know, that one subreddit where everybody hates Scarlet. I don't absolutely despise her, but I'm very iffy about her. I almost never win matches against Scarlet players for some reason, less than against legends I actually hate, like Artemis and Sean. But for some reason, I don't hate her. Regardless, one of the reasons I really do hate her is the SIGs. I can't be alone on it. Scarlet has some damn good SIGs. Lancet SIG I can imagine has a lot of active frames and lag, whatever you want to call it, although it covers a pretty good area and hits hard. Trust me, that's what's going to be a reoccurring trend with her SIGs. Lance side SIG also has a lot of end lag to it. The SIG hits in a less decent area than the end SIG, but still hits crazy hard, probably more than end SIG. Lance down SIG. I just hate it. I hate it so much. The fact that it covers practically everything in front of you while also moving backwards, it makes it such a passive play SIG that I personally don't enjoy fighting at all. It has the least force out of the three, I think, but it's still super annoying to fight. Hammer and SIG, it just hits in a whole wide area. It's nuts. Probably the worst of the hammer SIGs to fight because of the wide area, but I personally don't think it's their best hammer SIG. Side SIG is a good competition. Using it on stage is kind of meh, using it off stage is holy cow, get away from me. It swings in a really big area around Scarlet, making it really easy to hit on occasions. Hammer down SIG, from my knowledge, used to be the highest force SIG in the game. I think that SIG belongs to Caspian and Gauntlet side SIG, but I'm not sure. That doesn't mean it doesn't have high force though, it's still a crazy good SIG for that reason. The area it hits in is just okay. Overall, I really want to say the Lance game's better. I don't want to spoil stats, but Scarlet's Lance game goes much better over Hammer with our current dex position. If it were higher, I'd say Hammer, but both are completely viable. For skins, I honestly don't like a whole lot, although I'm still going to say a ton are good anyways, for the most part. Although she doesn't have a lot, which for a super old legend is surprising. S tier holds Steamsmith and Airship Scarlet. Everybody loves the Schwarpy skin, of course, and Airship Scarlet looks badass along with the amazing weapons. A pretty good tier has Mad Scientist, Steam Faction, and Bewitching Scarlet. All very nice skins design-wise in my opinion. Weapons too, of course, but stand just under God tier. Mid tier holds just Sky Captain Scarlet. I think it's a nice skin, although not a lot of it is too memorable to me. Not a lot to say about it. Med tier has just Steam Sentry Scarlet. This is a new skin too, and it kind of surprises me how it doesn't really work out. Don't get me wrong, it's unique, more than Sky Captain Scarlet actually, but it just doesn't look as good. Then Get Out tier has Steam Tank Scarlet. Once again, unique in a way, but the skirt and hat look really gross with the whole metallic feel going on. I would have rather just gone Steam Sentry Scarlet. Tier list wise, out of S, A, B, C, and D, I'd place Scarlet in high A tier. High A tier has been a common placement of a lot of legends lately. It's my way of saying a legend isn't OP, but right on the edge of being OP. Scarlet goes right into that category, of course. Just the fact that Hammer and Lance are pretty good weapons right now next to her absolutely amazing SIGs. Of course, to add on to that is her insane stats. 8 attack, 5 dex, 5 defense, and 4 speed. Honestly, I see no problem with running any stance, maybe besides dex. Speed takes down on attack, defense takes down on dex, attack takes down on defense, and dex takes down on speed. Taking down on dex leaves you with 3 speed, so I wouldn't recommend that. Speaking of speed, I find it really strange how Scarlet is a low speed legend, yet people actually like her. No one likes Magyar, Zariel, Nai, and so on because of their low speed. But Scarlet has a whopping 2.33% play rate. I simply don't understand. It can't be because of Schwarpy, right? I get he used to main Scarlet, but I feel like that would have died down by now. And he mains Ada, so where's her play rate? Anyways, I just really don't like Scarlet. She doesn't feel all that fun to me, despite having likable stats, and I can probably guarantee other people don't like her either. It's just Lance Downsig for me, honestly, plus the fact that most Scarlet players are menaces. Not the good kind, though, unfortunately. Either way, that wraps up this analysis. I went through the last legends I still need to cover and put them in an order to be done, so those will be done through the coming months. I'm actually not sure how long it'll take at this point. Regardless, I'll say 2 things. First, Thatch is the last one. Sorry, Thatch mates. Not because I hate him, but it's just to keep things balanced. Lastly, next week's analysis will be done on the legend who just got a new normal skin in the 5th Battle Pass. No, I'm not redoing an analysis either. Well, thanks for watching, and of course, keep on brawling.